victory music can only mean one thing. We have another super mega rare awesome sauce haul video for you lovelies to enjoy. Last week, Henny and I showed you what we were able to donate to our local blessing box, aka the food pantry, all thanks to the funding of our mysterious benefactor. So for this week's video, we thought you might like to see where the rest of that money went, which was restocking what I like to call our working pantry. I don't know why, but prepper pantry, it just doesn't sit right with me. I know that's a huge buzzword right now, and everybody's into building prepper pantries this and prepper pantries that, but to me, it just feels like, I don't know. It's not for me. You do you. I'm going to call mine a working pantry. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, Peg, what is a working pantry? Well, it's the pantry that I use to cook with every single day. I pull from it every day to make meals and feed my family. And in said pantry, I like to keep at least 1 to 3 months of food set back, and allergy families will totally get and understand this. That way, in case the brand that you're used to suddenly goes under, goes out of business, or they have to change ingredients, or they have to change factories to where it's no longer a safe factory, it's shared lines, shared facilities, you have time to find a replacement. You are not scrambling, and your family is not going without, because you have stuff put back, and then you can do your research, and then you can find a safe replacement. And friends, trust me when I tell you, this could not have come at a better time. My pantry was looking oh so sad. Oh, it was bare. It was like tumbleweeds, desert. So I really appreciated the help. I really appreciated that someone saw we were struggling, and instead of just walking on by, was like, no, I'm going to do something about it. I'm in a position where I can help, and I want to help, and I'm here for you. So big thank you to them, and I really hope you enjoy seeing what I picked out with their funds. Oh, and a quick aside before we dive in case somebody else didn't see the last video, I don't want them to be like, someone gave you money to donate to the food pantry, and you restocked your own pantry? Peg, what is wrong with you? Girl, so disappointed. No. Someone gave us money to spend however we saw fit. They're like, use it for whatever. And my first thought was, I'm going to take a portion of this money and help someone else. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to give it back to my community. I'm going to help others that are struggling. And then with the remaining amount, I thought food security. And I bought all this stuff for my pantry. I restocked it. Because to me, whenever we have extra money, as long as the bills are paid, like the essential bills, the lights are on, the heat is on. It's on the street. The mortgage is paid, that kind of thing. Food is always my next thought, because for a specialty diet family, for a food allergy family, food is the most expensive thing that we buy. Hands down, it's more expensive than my mortgage. I have a friend that has even more severe allergies than me, and she says every year I eat a car, and not even a used car, a brand new car, because she literally spends that much on groceries, like 30-40K a year. That's what her safe food costs her. And that's just for her. That's not for any other member of her family. No, that's her food alone. 30 to 40K. And that's what she needs to survive. So that's where my brain always goes to. If I have extra funds, it's always going to be, what can I buy and put back in our pantry for later, for when we don't have the funds, so that we can still eat. We can eat safely. We don't have to risk our health, our safety, just to survive. Because food pantries will not have safe options for us. We have been approved to go to a food pantry, to go to a food bank. We have. We would have to drive 2 hours to get there and back, and pack coolers and ice and go through all these shenanigans to be able to do it. But we have been approved. I applied. We met income requirements. I submitted all the paperwork. I jumped through all the hoops. But here's the thing. I've checked out what they have. They have nothing for us. It would be a complete waste of time and gas. It's so disheartening. It's so sad. So you can see why I put food back. You can see why whenever we have extra funds, that's what I buy, because there is no alternative for families like ours and a lot of other families. So yes, I just wanted people to know Henny and I are not being unscrupulous. We are not leading our mysterious benefactor on. We are not saying, oh yes, give us money and I will give it to the food bank. I will give it to the food pantry, and then keeping it and hoarding a bunch of food for ourselves. No, that's not what happened. So rest your mind, ease your worries, unclutch those pearls. It's okay. My first stop, since my local grocery store does not always have the products that I need, was Vitacost. The great thing about Vitacost is they always have coupon codes. I can always get these items on sale, which is great because items like these, if they are in big box stores, they never go on sale. There's never coupons for them. Manufacturers know these are hot commodity items and people are going to buy them regardless of what the sticker says. So they don't have to put them on sale. You're coming for them. They've got you and they know it. Also, they stock things that nobody else stocks. They have so many brands to choose from, so many, for our family at least, allergy safe brands. Again, like I've said in past videos, you can be allergic to anything. What's allergy safe for me and my family is probably not allergy safe for somebody else's family. What somebody else says is allergy safe would not work in my family. So, of course, you do whatever you need to do to keep your family safe. And hopefully me saying over and over that this is allergy safe or that is allergy friendly will not trigger anyone too much where they'll be like, ugh, girls, stop saying that's safe. That's literally my allergy. Roar. Insert other dinosaur noises here that people make when they get upset. I know. I get that way too sometimes. I'm like, that's not safe for me. But then I have to remind myself it's safe for that person or that family, and it's okay. Just take a deep breath. Move on. And I know this is starting to look like, well, geez, is this Peg sponsored by Vitacost? Is this like a Vitacost only video? No. I just really like their store. But I don't like them so much that I have blinders on to their problems. Trust me, like every store, they have their issues. For example, they just started enacting this rule where you have to do minimum purchases. So if you're wondering why I got 2 of a lot of my items, it's because I didn't have a choice. That was the minimum order amount, which is kind of a bummer. I don't know why they changed it. They didn't used to be like that. I'm not sure if it has to do with inflation or that their shipping rates went up and they needed to offset the cost of shipping, or, corporate greed. Anyway, moving on. Here's what I picked up. Our lovely pantry staples. Items I needed to make various recipes. These are our base ingredients. And I know somebody will be like, cookies? Really? A base ingredient? Yes. I use it for a no-bake cheesecake. So, I can justify it. Not that I should have to justify it, and not that everyone doesn't deserve a cookie every now and again. And if you think otherwise, your classism is showing, my loves. You do know poor people deserve nice things too, right? Right? God, I hope so. I hate when I watch haul videos and I see people in the comments going, oh no, if you're really poor, if you're really struggling, don't buy crackers, don't buy cookies, don't get junk food. Those are non-essential purchases. Well, I'm sorry. How do you know? How do you know it's not essential for that family? What if they have depression so bad and that cookie is the only thing that's keeping them above ground? Mental health is just as important as physical health, and mental health impacts physical health. So, you never know what some of their family is going through. Don't judge their groceries. Don't judge their basket. Those cookies and crackers might be the only 2 items that are sustaining life in them. Seriously, I kid you not. I know autistic people who literally that's all they eat. They eat 2 things. It's like chicken nuggets and goldfish. And that's it. And they take a vitamin. And that's how they survive. Like, you don't know. So instead of judgment, instead of you should, just hold it in Treat it like a fart in an elevator. Hold that sucker. Choose compassion. Choose kindness. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I have faith in you. Just try it, my loves. Really, you'll like it. And if you don't, everyone around you will like it. Trust me, they'll appreciate it. Us disabled people, we hear a lot of shoulds. Everybody's an expert. Trust me, they all crawl out of the woodwork. We get a lot of unsolicited advice, and my therapist says unsolicited advice is just another form of abuse. So let that sit with you for a minute. So yes, now that we've all agreed that we won't be judging Miss Peg and Henny for their purchase of cookies, we can look at the other ingredients here. We can look at the other items. And we got some tea. Yes, I ordered 7. Yes, I know that sounds insane, but my spouse drinks a lot of tea and we go through it. And let me tell you, 99% of your everyday run-of-the-mill tea that you can get in your big box grocery store is made on shared lines in a shared facility. So yeah, it's this tea or no tea at all. If we run out of this tea, my spouse is stuck waiting. And I hate to do that to them because their genetic disorder makes them cold all the time, poor lamb. I want them to be able to warm up and be all roasty toasty and snug as a bug in a rug. And that means copious amounts of tea, crazy amount of tea, pantry full of tea. And yes, as you can see, this tea is not cheap. $4.29 a box. As Luce would say, yikes, my dude. And that came out to $30. Whoa. But again, how do you put a price on safety? You don't. You pay it. Or, in the lean months, you go without. Thankfully, because of our benefactor, we don't have to go without. Next, I grabbed some sugar because you always need sugar. If you're baking, if you're making desserts, you're gonna need sugar. I love this brand because it's one of the few things that my spouse and I can actually share. Usually they have their food, I have my food, and nothing meets in between. But this is one that we can split, so if there is a safe brand for both of us, I like it because that means less chance of food waste, less chance it's going to go bad before it expires. Although, does sugar ever really expire? I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that as long as bugs don't get in it, it's good forever and ever. And again, you can see it's a little pricey. It's $4 a bag, $8 total for 2. And now we're up to that controversial purchase. Oh yes, the cookies, friends. And I gotta say, those soft partake cookies, chef kiss, highly recommend. You gotta try them if they work for you, if they work for your family, and if you can afford them, because again, they are pricey. Try them out. You won't be disappointed. They're awesome. The last thing I got was mustard. Again, not very thrilling. I'm sure people are like, can't you just get mustard at the store? No, I can't. Again, shared lines, shared facility. Oh yes, that is the horse I'm gonna beat over and over, friends. You are gonna get so sick of hearing it, but it is true. 9 times out of 10, that's why I can't get something. It's run on shared lines in a shared facility. And I know some families with allergies can do shared lines and they can do shared facilities, but your girl Peg is not one of those people, okay? So again, I don't want to hear about, but my neighbor's cousin's brother's sister's dog walker's kid has a terrible peanut allergy and they eat Captain Crunch, even though it's on shared lines with peanut butter Captain Crunch. Well, great. I'm happy for them. Honestly, I am. If they can enjoy a lot of processed food that I can't safely and nothing happens to them, huzzah! I am throwing them a party. I'm giving them all the snaps and claps. But that doesn't change how we run things in this house. Oh no, I am not going to let the outside world and other people's disorders and other people's illnesses and other people's allergies affect what we are doing here. Because what we're doing here works. Why change it? If it works, keep it the same. Why make life harder? Alright? So as you can see, those 13 items ended up costing me $56.37. But thankfully, your girl Peg is a smart shopper, so I got a coupon and it ended up knocking a bunch of money off, and it came out to $45.10. And I'm sure some of you are wondering, if Peg didn't have allergies, and if her family didn't have specialty diets or food aversions and intolerances due to autism, I wonder what this would cost if she could get the cheapest brand possible at the cheapest store. Well, I like how you think, because I was thinking that too. So I did all the maths. You're welcome. That was challenging. I know. The stereotype is all autistic people are great at math. Because of Hollywood, because of movies, because for some reason people believe whatever they see on TV, which I would recommend against. Not just with the topic of autism, but with all topics. And FYI, only 10% of autistic people are actually savants. And they might not even be mathematical or counting savants. There's the arts, there's music, there's literature, there's a million other things they can be great at. Now, even though I am terrible at math, because I'm dyslexic and I have dyscalculia, I would not be the kid to copy off in math class. You would be sorely disappointed when you got that test back. The last time I checked, 10% was the minority and not the majority. So can we stop pretending that all autistic people are good at math or counting? I swear, people expect me to be able to count every grain of salt in a jar if they throw it up before it hits the floor. Excuse me, everybody, that's not autism, that's vampirism. Alright, and I am many things, but I am not a 15th century vampire. Okay? No fangs, no cape. Autistic rant aside, see what happens when people put unrealistic expectations on me or come with foolishness. You get a rant, you get some tidbits, a little free education. So I am gonna stop running my mouth. I'm sure some of you will be like, thank God. Praise him. Woo! And instead of me yapping away, I'm just gonna show you what I bought, and then I'm going to show you what it could have cost me if I could have just bought the cheapest brand possible at the cheapest store, which for me is always Walmart, good old Wally World. Or if you're my spouse's family, that would be Walmart. If you know, you know. At the end, I'll have a giant tally of what I spent versus what I would have spent if I didn't have allergies, if my family didn't have a specialty diet, so you can see the cost, basically, of having this disability. Because everybody always acts like, oh, it's not that expensive to have a specialty diet. Oh, it's not that expensive to have allergies. You're going to see the math right here. There will be no doubt. And just know, when it comes to our quote-unquote safe food, I buy the cheapest version that I can. There is no other alternative. There's nothing cheaper that I can get for my family. So, because I know somebody will say that, well, couldn't you find that cheaper? No, I can't. That's the cheapest one. I'm cheap. Trust me. If there was another way I could get it cheaper, I'd be doing it. And no worries to all of my friends that are blind or visually impaired. I will have all this information in the description box below, so you will not miss out. Okay? I've got your back. Don't worry about it. Oh, and if you're wondering why things are blacked and blurred out, it's because the Walmart app shows my address. And as much as I love y'all, I don't want you knowing where I live. Okay? I'm sure you'd be the same way. Internet safety and all. Stranger danger. Without further ado, I'm going to put on some music. You guys can rock out and watch and see everything I bought, what it cost me, and what it could have cost me if I wasn't in the situation that I am in, if my family didn't have these issues. Enjoy. see by those facts and figures, by all the maths, my safe, allergy-friendly food costs me almost 3.5 times more. I pay 3.5 times more for the privilege of not dying. That comes out to almost an extra $5,000 a year just to stock these pantry items. That's not even taking into account the other pantry items that I need that are not shown here. I don't even want to think about how much those items cost me extra a year. But we could probably double or triple this figure of $5,000 and it would be accurate. So why am I showing this to you? What is the takeaway message here? And hopefully it's not just curiosity and voyeurism. Hopefully you will leave here after watching this video with a little more compassion in your heart, with a little more understanding of what families with allergies and food intolerances and specialty diets go through, and you will understand why these issues make us more at risk for food insecurity. And maybe if you have a little extra, you will be like my mysterious benefactor. You will reach out and you will help somebody else who is struggling and suffering. That is my sincere hope and wish, friends. And if you are a family that looks like ours, if you have food allergies or intolerances or aversions or are on a specialty diet, hopefully this video will make you feel less alone. Hopefully it will bring you some comfort. Solidarity, my friends. Henny and I, we understand you. We get it. We know how hard it is. Hang in there, loves. So until next time, as always, Henny and I would like you to take great care of your amazing, wonderful selves. Remember, no matter what anyone else has ever said to you in the past before, you matter. You're precious and irreplaceable, friend. Of all the people in the world, there's only one you, and you make it awesome. Trust me. Would Henny and I lie to you? Absolutely not. No way. Chickens are very honest. They have a strong moral compass, they do. So don't let those bullies get you down. And remember, if you need a safe space to get away from those bullies and their toxicity, you're always welcome here with Henny, my darling metal chicken, and I. You belong. You got a place right here with us, and we'll keep your spot warm for you until the next video. Before you trot on off into that wild blue yonder, Henny would like to remind you, don't forget to peck, like, and subscribe with your beak, and use those sharp clickety claws of yours to leave us a comment down below. Don't be shy. It's a safe space. We don't bite. Chickens don't have teeth, my dear. We're always interested in your thoughts. Until next time, take care. Bye.
Bonus time!
That's right, friends. It's bonus time. Super mega rare boss round. Unlocked. By staying till the end, you get a mail call. The joke of the day. Brought to you by the one and only, my lovely Moo Mom. That's what we call her, friends. Because she's the wife of a dairy farmer. Every day, she sends us a joke to try to lift our spirits and cheer us up a bit. So if you're having a bad news bears kind of day, if things didn't go as planned, and life is a raging dumpster fire right now, Lord knows, we've all been there. Henny and I want to share this joke with you. Hopefully, it'll make you smile. Maybe just a little one, and cheer you up a bit, at least for a minute or two. So here we go. One joke, courtesy of Moo Mom. And in honor of Henny this week, what do you call a hen who counts her eggs? A map, I'm a chicken.